welcome back to Fox League. It is almost 11 p.m. here in Las Vegas, and things are just getting interesting down on the Boulevard. Rugby League is done at Allegiant Stadium for 2026. The Bulldogs and the Dragons taking every minute of golden point to decide a winner. Well done to Canterbury Bankstown. 1 point winners in their very first outing for the 2026 NRL Premiership season. Cooper Cronk, Matty Johns and Bryan Fletcher. Unbelievable. Did you think we were going to see golden point tonight?
Oh, as we got closer towards the end, you had the feeling it was going to, and yeah, it was amazing. I mean, the Dogs, Cameron Ciraldo, and Cooper and I spoke about this, had, the Bulldogs had numerous opportunities towards the end there, and didn't get themselves into a position, but pinched it at the end.
Yeah, when it mattered. And of course, Lachie Galvin, he said he's had the best week of his life, and he's going home to watch a couple of movies because he can't go out because he's only 20.
Doesn't our game just keep delivering? Whether it's here in Vegas or back home in Australia, our players stand up when the stage is set for them. Lachie Galvin, particularly this try for Preston in the early stages, he had an opportunity just to let the ball go the other side, but he called it. There's a confidence and a swagger about this young man that says that he likes the stage, likes the moments, and he has been under pressure, a lot spoken about him since his transition from the Tigers to the Dogs. He's just showed tonight there is enough there for Cameron Ciraldo to work with. The team is tough, it's great defensively, and I think that combination of Galvin and Burton is going to get better. But to Matty's point, they did butcher a couple of moments with 5 minutes to go in regulation they probably need to address. But other than that, they were pretty good.
Burton was smothered by Jaden Sewell when he took his shot in Golden Point. Val and Dan Atkins sprayed their shots wide as well. So the more time went on, the more frantic and panicky it does get, especially for your first outing of the year.
Yeah, well, that's what we were discussing earlier. It is their first game of the year, and that was a planned move. I know Critter was being quite humble then, but he was always getting the ball there. You could just see, but. Yeah, it was a terrific game. It was probably I thought it was the better of the two games, or the three games, and I think they deserved it in the end. But the Dragons' first half, if they can replicate that and do that for 80 minutes, they will improve from last year.
That, mate, if they'd have pulled that off, the Dragons, it was one of the bravest wins I'd seen. They were under the pump for a long, long time and just hung in there and hung in there. And at the end of the day, we're unlucky. So if you're a Dragons fan, there is so much to be proud of your side.
Cooper, you said the declaration needed to be made early from the Dragons, and they did that. They stepped up. They weren't going to be pushed around by the Bulldogs, which is their go, and very comfortable being that on-field bully and being very tight defensively. And the Dragons, really, they held their own.
Yeah, they did. I thought they came out with a real aggressive mindset. They kept the game in the balance the way they needed to win. They needed to keep it low scoring. It needed to be gritty, and it needed to be stop-start. This try here to 27-year-old on debut, Setu too, just really sparked the game. There was a couple of moments that's could have been iced by both teams, but the Dragons, from that performance, they're gritty, they're tough, they're fit, but they look like they're going to struggle for points at different stages. They need a bit more cohesion in attack, but good signs from both teams.
Boys, do you think with the new rule, the 18th and 19th man coming on, do you think that was a perfect time for young King Tonga to come on? They were 14-12 down with 3 or 4 minutes to go. That would be, I would think, the ideal time to put the kid on.
Yeah, maybe. They need some dynamic runners, some line breakers. But the other thing too is maybe just the style of play. Too many just traditional sets, one out, kick the ball long. Maybe they need to give a little bit more onus to Sua and Leilua, who are damaging back rowers. Give a ball like Bryan Fletcher used to just grab it and throw it out the back and someone else take the offload.
We were wondering, the more the game wore on, who it was going to be. Who was going to be the match winner? Was it going to be Lachie Galvin? Was it going to be Matt Burton? Who was going to be able to ice the deal? And, of course, it was always going to be Stephen Crichton. He's just got the class.
He's the man. He's the leader of this club. He's turned into one of the best players on the planet. He's the best centre in the world. He's arguably the best captain. And when the moment was there to be taken, he didn't say, Matt Burton and Lachie Galvin do it. This is my club, this is my moment, and stood up and nailed. The one that he took this try here for Carraz, the one-on-one movement of Valentine Holmes, he's got the experience, played for his state, won multiple competitions, and I say if the Bulldogs are going to do anything this year, I think Stephen Crichton is their main man in all the big moments.
Yeah, you made a comment in commentary that he'd skinned Val Holmes. That doesn't happen very often.
Val is an Origin player. He's an international, but he just gave him a moment, gave him a cue, and Stephen Crichton took it. Like, he is a great idol for a lot of young outside backs. Do we ever want to play rugby league? Go watch Stephen Crichton how he goes about it, and that's a great mentor.
Well, Matty, the NRL season opened with your Newcastle Knights, and what a way they did for the 2026. Oh, well, that's
Oh,
true.
yes.
Actually,
Good
sorry.
point.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So whichever
point.
one,
Pardon me.
choose your side.
A couple of clubs. I'm like Mick. I'm spreading myself around.
Sorry, Matty.
Mate, Mick say he played 6 clubs and he's been to 6 clubs for assistants.
You know what? Kalen Ponga hit full throttle in Vegas, and because he's had 8 months out of the game, he showed no signs of rust. Fletcher Sharp was the most dazzling player we saw for 20 minutes before, unfortunately, he left the game on one leg.
That's a worry. Gets the scan tomorrow. Just the way he went down, he wasn't touched, and we'll just see what the scan showed. But you're right. In that first 20 minutes, he was the best player on the field. He just plays with so much energy and so much confidence, and he was terrific. Kalen was great, of course. Dylan Brown, of course, all eyes on him. I don't want him nailed down on the right side of the field. I want him to have the ability to roam and form combination with Kalen.
That is the best Knights performance in a long, long time. I thought they came out with a lot of intensity. Their best players ran the ball. They were leaders. And Kalen Ponga, that's one of his best all-round performances I've seen him in a Knights jersey. He was everywhere. He was taking hit-ups. He was first receiver. I like that he's kicking the ball on last play because technically he's the best kicker for the Newcastle Knights. If they can keep that style of play, the intensity defensively, they are looking for an improved season. They were great today.
Does it matter if it's Dylan Brown or Kalen Ponga? Or can the ball just go to whoever is running a hot hand? If it's Fletcher Sharp, then give him the ball.
Yeah, I like what Fletcher Sharp did for the moments that he was on the field too. So it's, yes, they're going to wear 1, 7 and 6, but ultimately Justin Holbrook just needs to be them on the same page. Doesn't matter where they are on the field. But I agree with Matty. This guy needs to get around on that left-hand side a couple of occasions because he is damaging on that side of the field.
Well, these are the Fox AI Red Bull High Flyer player rankings. They are in. This is for the game for the Knights and the Cowboys, 28-18, the final score. And, of course, no surprises. Kalen Ponga is right on top there for Newcastle.
Yeah, well, he'd only been training. He only trained about 3 weeks into the season. He had to train by himself, Justin Holbrook was saying. So this kid's come out, he's played 80 minutes, and he's, as we know, every time he gets the ball, he's going to have 3 or 4 players trying to defend him. And again, he still set up that try to Bradman Best. He is a superstar. They've just got to keep them all together. Fletcher Sharp going down, it is a bit of a worry. Hopefully it's only a medial.
Hopefully. Yeah, hopefully. Fingers crossed.
Word out of the sheds, they are suspecting medial. Definitely not ACL. Fingers crossed. They will have scans. He could put weight on it at halftime. He could hop on it and put a little bit of weight on it.
Maybe we should take him to David Copperfield tonight. I've seen him do some sick things with injury.
Mate, or Siegfried and Roy. Are they still live, those
Control
Roosters?
these two down the end of the table, please.
All right, let's go to someone else.
Yeah.
Of all our Fox League crew that have made the trip here to Las Vegas, our lead commentators, Andrew Voss and Dan Gianne, they are the high rollers that we have here. They have loved every single second of their time here in Vegas. And gents, who is your pick for the Yo Pro Performer of the Day?
Oh, Yo Pro Performer of the Day. Dan and I were actually just talking about global round. I've picked, I'm going to go Vegas, Miami, London. Are you going to do the Hong Kong?
I'm a company man. They can send
Tokyo.
whatever they want. You know who the performer of the day is?
Yep.
Poor Matty Johns. He must be in a contract here. He hasn't had to work that hard in 20 years. It's an It's a marathon performance for Matty. I mean, you talk about the Dragons and the heart they played with. Matty has been pre-game, first game, second game, post-game. I mean, this is why he's on the big bucks, and I think it's about time he gets the due respect he deserves.
Yeah.
And finally, we shine the light on him that he deserves. I've got to say, Vossy, before we get your impressions, I did that last game for radio, so apologies for the headphone hair and the shocking voice. I was next to Flanagan and Mick Ennis and Dean Young. Dean Young was having kittens for the whole game, but Flanagan and Ennis were fairly well reserved. I think the immense pride they had was evident until the finish. Yeah. And the devastation on those poor fellas' faces, I hope that is not a defining loss in their season. They deserved a draw. They were magnificent with their heart, the Dragons. Bulldogs, Captain Courageous, finds a way. But I feel so sorry for the Red V because they did everything to at least get something out of that game.
I'll give you my standout player that I'll remember from today, though. And having the pleasure of calling Mike Acevo again, Like, I was excited pre-game. I'd been in touch with him leading into the game, and he makes his comeback. I am so happy for him. I'm so happy for Leeds. I'm happy for Super League, because this bloke makes you want to watch rugby league. We got to watch him for 6 years in the NRL with Parramatta. He misses all the last year. He comes out his second game of the season and scores 4 tries on this stage. Micah Sevo, for me, is my biggest takeaway from episode 3 of Vegas.
The best performance might actually be Fletcher Sharp's 15 minutes, because it was spectacular. Hard not to be impressed with Newcastle. And the fact that they did it, a couple of times from 12-0, coughed that up, nearly coughed up another lead, and good for them. And Ponga looked good, and Brown had some nice touches. Geez, Canterbury's got some worries, I think. I mean, they won, and they're going to win a lot of games, only in the sense that game was there for the taking for the last half hour, and it seemed like they didn't know what they were doing until. This is what you love about Steve Crichton, right? This is what you love about him. One of those great captains, just get the hell out of my way, I'll take care of it. And it was the last play of the game, and he just took control, and this is why he's such a great leader. He's done it for Samoa, and he does it again for Canterbury.
It was his first NRL field goal. I will think that, I'm going to do a bit of crystal balling, Vonnie, and mark this down. So what date is it? It's the 1st of March. It is the 1st of March, Australian time. This is going to be the year of the Golden Point, folks. I reckon tonight, game 2, we've got a Golden Point game already locked in. I reckon we are in for, I'll use the expression, it's late at night. Well, not that late in Australia, but it is here. I'll use the expression, I think we're in for a season of ball terrors. I think we are in for great football.
I know we're on pay TV,
with great finishes. I really do. The game went to next level last year. This year, I think we even go even further.
I thought the first game was going to be the Golden Point one, but that's the best Vegas experience we've had. And when you think 3 of the 4 teams last year were, with all due respect, duds, they served up some great entertainment, and we look forward to next year. But we're getting the wind up here. It's time to just ease back into the night. Gordon Tallis. I tell you what,
Chewbacca's in the scene.
What a
all
great
right.
Gordon Tallis is.
Signing off. Bye.
Goodbye.
Wonderful stuff, getting escorted out of here by the great GT. My goodness, a Vostranamus prediction, the year of the Golden Point. Officially the year of the Firehorse, which meant people thought Broncos were going to go back-to-back in this premiership, and no, Vossy thinks it will be the year of Golden Point. We'll see if he's right. Congratulations to all of our winners. There is Elvis.
Cameron Serraldo.
He's not getting too carried away.
Spectacular.
Premiership favourites, there we go.